Hi. Good morning or evening. How's everyone doing? Oh, I have my sound on in the background. No sound from you, thank you. I've decided to put my phone up so that I can see chat in the background. That way if anyone decides to pop in, say hi, I should be able to see it, in theory. But that's just a theory, a chat theory.
I just hope that someday someone would love me.
Okay, let's transition my screen. Zoom. And carry on from where we were. What was I in the process of? I'm in the process of colouring, and then I'm gonna add in. I've had an idea for a background bit, background element, which I think should be quite fun. Because right now it doesn't show that she is doing any sort of martial arts or boxing or anything like that, and I think it needs to be a bit more obvious. So I'm going to add something in the background in a little bit. Not just yet though. But as that's not just yet, how's everyone doing? I really do want to know the answer to that question. So if you are in the chat or on YouTube, just let me know what you've been up to lately. Okay, so what have I been up to? I went shopping the other day, and I finally got, I say finally, I got myself a honing rod for sharpening my knife. Because I do try and do a little bit of cooking, a little bit of chopping. I'm not so good at the cooking part, but I am getting better with the chopping part. I don't have to worry about my wrists nearly as much. So I got myself a honing rod. I sharpened my knife and it cut very nicely through a dragon fruit. Very good. Delicious. What am I even doing? Coloured the spots. Now, I am gonna leave her face, so I'm not gonna... maybe I'll try and add in the stripes anyway. Just in case. Oh. Wrong layer. Yeah, if only I had that meme. I'd flash that up. I can't even remember how it goes. It's been so long since I've used that meme. I'm going to post it in one of the chats later. I think that's too aggressive on her markings. That's a bit better. Because Solita's face markings, her tear marks, aren't very... Where, there's the example. They don't cover the whole eye. They only go to about halfway. Oh, I'm not very focused today. I've just drunk a whole can of energy drink. No, I am not telling you which brand. Some of you might know. And it's still not helping me right now. Might not have kicked in yet. Okay, hair colour is the same as her markings colour. Ooh. Forgot to turn on the other, I don't know what it's called. Alpha layer? Color label. Yeah, I forgot to color in the... I forgot to turn on the other color label. And then she's also got a little black nose too. Easy peasy. Now we'll just grab some purple from over here. Quite homogeneous, so I don't have to worry about that. Put it on the proper layer. Oh, it does fit there. Cool. No, that's supposed to be fur. Why is that not fur? Somebody explain this to me now. So what else have I been up to? Obviously I went to the shop, I bought myself a honing rod. And I've been working on crochet, which is very difficult, and I've not been having as much fun as I would like. Mostly because I'm finding it very difficult. I've missed loads of areas of fur colour. Sounds about right. I think, interestingly enough, I should probably do some extra blue under these parts. I don't think it shows that it's tentacle enough. I've got some extra blue there. Oh no, that's not. I know what that is. That's to make some of the tentacles see-through. Okay, back to the eye. I can't put that there, it's got to go over the top of the other colours. And then put it at 50% because it's transparent. Voila. Yeah, that kind of works. Okay. See, I like the effect that it gives. Almost. I'm pointing with my actual finger there. I like the effect it gives. It almost feels like it bends the light just a little bit to me. Like the surface of water. Okay, so we got the basic colours in. What else am I missing? I think that's it. And then we'll want to add some shading to her face specifically. I just make a dirty version of her fur color and then set it to multiply. I need to be darker than that. I think that kind of works. Yeah, I think I'm largely happy with that. So now what I'll do is I'll add in, see if I can add in a boxing glove. Just as a completely separate layer, completely separate element. I should probably look up a reference actually. I don't have the internet open, so bear with me. And now I'm not doing anything on the screen at all. Okay, boxing glove. Okay, I think that gives me the view I want. And now I just need to sketch it in. So, they're really just puffy things, aren't they? Move that over there. I think I might size it down a little bit as well. Okay, and that gives me an idea of what sort of effect to give it as well. Kinda like that. Things come together, you'll see. Now, what size brush did I use? Probably that one. Oh, yeah, you can see as well. I forgot you can see that now. Flipping the image is good for making sure everything's in the proportions you want. Or just doing a dance. Or when your reference image is in a particular direction and you just want to roughly copy that. Surely that looks something like a boxing glove, right? Where's my image gone? Does anyone do boxing? Has anyone tried boxing? Closest I've ever got is playing on VR. Yeah, that'll do. And obviously we are doing a nice red glove. Here's the red I tried earlier. maybe not that. I'll just keep tweaking it till I get the right colour. I don't want it too saturated, but I also want to keep it fairly saturated. There we go. Then I'm also going to add a filter mask. No. Ooh, no, I don't think that's going to work at all. I had an idea, but now I'm not so sure. I'll try adding the filter mask. And I want to add a blur effect. Oh, computer, you're not struggling, are you? Maybe just a little bit. Doesn't look like the stream was affected though, and I'm sure the recording wasn't. Oh no, that angle is very wrong. Yeah, that's what I want. Perfect. Well, I'm going to turn the filter off for now. Hopefully I'll remember to turn it back on, because this allows me to add in some shading. And I haven't yet considered the shading, but I am now. Let's see, let's go with a sort of yellowy tone. See how that looks. Mirror the screen back to its normal direction. Oh, that's why. I put the wrong layer as multiply. That should work out a bit better. Now I've heard it told, don't overuse the airbrush, and I can promise you, I always overuse the airbrush. I should learn from my mistakes and be better. Where's the fun in that? Actually, I tell you what, if I change that layer into normal, not that anyone else is going to see what the behind the scene workings are here. It allows me to make that one multiply, move that into... Oh, I see. Close enough. Okay, and then let's see if we can do a similar yellow. We'll give it luminosity. I don't think I need to worry too much about being particularly precise at the moment, because this is all going to blur out in a minute. Maybe I'll add a little bit extra to it, just to make sure. Oh, that's interesting. My red hasn't gone all the way around. And that's not even red. That's a bit better. Now my other question is, can I apply the same shading as... Can I apply the same set of colours as shading to Solita? The answer is probably, quite frankly. Let's see. Turn you into multiply. Make sure you only affect the layers below you. And next first. I'm going to blend these as well so it's a bit easier. I might just add... I'm not sure. Let's blend this first. And then add some more shading here and give it sort of a gradient in. Have I spoken enough about what I was doing with crochet? Probably not. Probably yes. That depends on if you're interested or not. But there's no one here to stop me, so yeah, with the crochet, I'm going to be working on amigurumi. But first, I need to learn how to crochet. And one of my friends has set a challenge to make a scarf. And I really like that one. Especially as she's doing this journey with me as well. So hopefully we'll both have scarves by the end of this. And by the time I'm done, it'll be ready for next year. I do not feel confident right now. It's that whole act of learning. I've forgotten how to learn. Which I didn't think I could do because, well, I'm constantly learning things as I'm drawing and doing and cooking, but not really anything from scratch. I know basic things about cooking. I know lots of basic things about drawing and colouring. So I have a, what's the word? I have a place to start from. A foundation. I have a strong foundation. But crochet, all of that's gone out the window. Because I don't have the physical craft background in needles or felt or sewing. So it's all a very different and new challenge. I expect I'll overcome it. I'm working on it. But I have to be patient with myself. And that is definitely easier said than done. So if you've made it this far in, what kind of things are you doing at the moment that you're struggling with? I probably can't help, it's just the sort of airing your issues and talking them through with yourself almost. And not focusing too hard on shading the areas you're shading. This is a family-friendly drawing. Which is a bit of a point. I have been considering moving away from Picato. Not for any, like, I have no issues with the platform. I think it's a good platform. And I think more artists should use it, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a family-friendly user experience. Its front page is has some questionable material on it. Absolutely no shade towards those artists or the people who watch those artists, nothing like that. It just doesn't quite gel with some of the members of the audience that I know I have. But because I'm on YouTube, I'm wondering if I should set up there. I'm sure there's people who tell me, no, that's bad for streamers. You can't get any engagement there. Yada yada yada. It's not about engagement. Not for me anyway. Just about being somewhere, doing the streaming, and working through my own things. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to put some sort of like light reflection-y thing on these. I think we're coming along well on this. Shading makes all the difference to a picture sometimes. A lot of times actually. Or lighting, or just giving it that roundness, that feeling of 3D. Otherwise it just looks pretty flat. You can already see the full image in the corner, but if I just take that away, I lose so much depth. Just with a simple layer missing. I like it. And am I gonna keep going? I'm definitely far from being the best at this craft. I made my peace with that a long time ago. But if other people find enjoyment in my art, that is amazing. I really need to sort myself out with commissions though. One of the things I like doing is drawing other people's characters. I think it's a fun exercise, engaging, and people have got wonderful creativity and imagination in their character designs. Everything from how they look to how they act. And I like engaging with that. Even when characters can appear to be... Oh. That's interesting. Even when the characters appear to be like carbon copies of other properties or other... what are they called? IPs? There we go. Intellectual properties. Like the amount of ingenuity that can go into individuals' works to fit into that universe, to make them stand out, to make them altogether awesome. I love to see it. The only problem with doing the blending tool with the contiguous selection or wand tool is that it sort of draws in the edge. So I don't know if you can see that it gets lighter because it's pulling in from outside and there's no colouring there. So I have to be a little bit careful when shading towards the edges like that. But I'll go backwards and forwards and tweak and edit. It's okay over the white space because I've got the alpha selected properly, but when I go over these areas I can't be as free, hence the wand tool. How's my voice? I seem to be losing it. Let me try and bring myself back up to the voice levels I want. Oh, maybe I'm not. Vocal training is hard, especially when... Oh, it's been half an hour already. Vocal training is hard, especially when you're not actually doing any real vocal training. Setting up my phone again. What is going on over there? I'm going to do some chatting on Discord when I'm finished. I haven't spoken to my friends properly. I don't even know where I was with my conversation. And then I was literally just about to say something else and I'd forgotten what that was. Which is a lot of good. I kind of remember the days. Not literal, I can't think of them, but I know they existed and I can recall that they existed anyway. I remember days when I used to be able to sit at the computer for hours and hours chatting online. New friends, old friends, people I haven't spoken to in a while, striking up natural conversation. Oh, those were the days. We'll add some shading over here. I just found it a lot easier to talk to people. Not so much anymore. I know, and I'm trying to work on that. Okay, so this arm is definitely going to need to benefit from some lighting. Maybe some deeper shadows here. That should do. Okay. Also going to add in some shadow underneath as an approximation for the arm. And I'm going to sort of shade that way a little bit. Good enough, I think. Okay, working up further. Maybe I should have on screen like a little discussion topic thing. Something I can just sort of turn to and go, ah yes, that's what I should talk about. Ooh, I like this music. So I keep losing track of where I was. Especially as I focus on what I'm drawing. There, we'll get it nice and deep in those shadows. Again, we're just trying to create like that real sense of depth and roundness. That dimensionality. What's time? Oh wow. 26 already. What I think I'm gonna do when time is up on this stream is I'm going to finish this picture offline and get ready to move on to the next thing next week, which will be a character sheet. So I'm going to finally work on the character sheets for, well, all my characters really. I want to get them ready for Art Fight, I want them available for when I need to colour pick, because right now I'm using colours that are outdated or have a lot of shading on them, so I can't quite find the correct colour. Which is not ideal. But that's not quite the problem for right now. Like I said, next week. And then I'll post these pictures on Tashizi anyway. So if you want to see any of my work, that is the best place to go. I don't really post anywhere else except here occasionally. Picato, rather. I might put a few drawings on YouTube occasionally when I'm missing a stream, missing a upload day, or I just want to put out a drawing. And I lost track of what I was saying. It's what the energy drink's supposed to be for, helping me to stay focused. Doing a grand job of that right now. Mind you, it is only a theory rather than proven to work. Gonna keep doing it though. And if anyone worries about my energy drink consumption, I wouldn't worry too much. This is my first energy drink since last week, I think? Or midway through last week. I definitely don't have more than one a day. I don't think my body could handle more than one a day. I reckon I'd fall instantly asleep as soon as the crash happens. Because I still get the crash from energy drinks. It's like 5 minutes of usefulness and then exhausted. Which is definitely a superpower I've seen some heroes have. I think the shading is done. What I want to do now is potentially put the lighting on top of the tentacles. We can at least see how that looks if I use the actual tool. Oh. I'm not convinced. No, it's coming across quite yellow actually. Which should be fine on the fur. Maybe? Yeah, it's probably going to be fine on the fur. But I think the tentacles need to be whiter. So I delete all that and move it down to where the fur is going. There we go. And I think I said this before, but I'm going to add like a really bright section over here underneath the tentacle. And we'll blur it as well. Blend it as well. I wonder if I should be doing this on top of the line work. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. What is the worst that could happen? It's actually shading that area, isn't it? Now I'm not as convinced. Luminosity, yeah. Colouring on these, yeah. Maybe a lighter colour. Yeah, that's definitely lighter. Okay, we'll work with that. And ooh, I've only got 10 minutes. You're just gonna have to imagine what it looks like when it's finished. I'm not gonna post any links to Sheezy because I'm not sure YouTube would appreciate it. Even though it's very regulated, there is technically adult and spicy content on sheezy.art, which I can say out loud, sheezy.art, sheezy.art. Yeah, there's some spicy stuff on there, but it's all heavily like censored and regulated and protected, so any audience should be able to use it safely. You need to change specific settings to be able to see any adult content or overly violent content, or heck, I think even some things that many users might think is tame are also protected. Censored isn't the word. Filtered is the word. That's the word. so it can still be found very easily. And it's very customizable, so if you have an account on Cheesy and you want to see things like that, you can set yourself up. So it's nice and easy. And you don't have to worry about the filters. It's all personal choice. Which is probably the best way that Cheesy probably the best way that Cheesy is good for everyone. The customization that everybody can have and enjoy. And the growing art community, of course. I think this is coming along quite lovely. Drawing can be very therapeutic. Maybe not if you struggle with it, but then it might be a case of learning to let go of the difficulties. Accepting where you are, where your skill level is, and just enjoying the process of creating, of relaxing. I'm not gonna lie, I feel pretty capable of carrying on, but I think I want to stick to that hour limit for various reasons. I don't really want to push myself too far. Oh, that's something I wanted to bring up. My wrist, which I may have mentioned a couple of times, is feeling better. It's not healed, and definitely not there yet, but it doesn't hurt when I do most things anymore, which is nice. Now it only mostly hurts if I put pressure on my hand. So still no push-ups for me. Not that I was expecting to do any, but you know, this definitely puts it out of the question. Ooh. Don't want that colour to bleed in. So with only 5 minutes to go, I think I might need to leave it here. Maybe I'll quickly put on some lights on the tentacles. Go here and add luminosity. I have no idea what that's going to look like. It's still going to be quite yellow. Which works for... no, it doesn't work for that. I just make it white. And normal. See what happens. Yeah. This might look better with the background though. Give it the real opportunity to shine. Quite literally. I can always tweak these later anyway. No big deal. Vibing to the music. I'd love to be able to put on my copyright list, just because I enjoy it. I don't really want to get in trouble for that kind of stuff. I think, in my very humble opinion, she is looking brilliant. But if you have any different opinions, feel free to post them in the comments below. I'm always up for some criticism. I don't mind a bit of... Ooh, no, that's fine. Yeah, I don't mind a bit of healthy discussion. If you think I should use more tones, if you think I should use thinner lines, if you think it's perfect as it is, I will call you a liar. I mean, if you think it's perfect as it is, that's your choice, your prerogative. Let me turn off the background. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. Well, I'm going to end it here. Hopefully you've had fun. If you've made it all the way to the end, thank you very much for watching. And hopefully I will see you next time. And before long, I think I'm going to be going back to... was it 5 PM? Hang on a minute. Did I start this stream at the wrong time? I shrugged my shoulders. Either way, I'll be going back to regular streaming in probably 2 weeks. Don't quote me on that, but you can paraphrase me. Thank you for watching. Take care. Johnny.